Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we explore the most random, weird, and totally awesome facts. Today, I've got 50 useless but amazing facts that won't help you win a Nobel Prize but will make you say, wait, what? From bizarre science quirks to unexpected history tidbits, get ready to have your brain filled with the weirdest knowledge out there. So, sit back, relax, hit that like button, and let's jump right into 50 useless but awesome facts to blow your mind. Number 1. Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, and his wife Claudia grew dissatisfied with recipe alterations at KFC after selling the company. In 1968, they established the Claudia Sanders Dinner House. However, the new KFC owners initiated a lawsuit, which ultimately resulted in an out-of-court settlement. Number 2. In 1903, the New York Times predicted that it would take humans 1 to 10 million years to perfect a flying machine. The Wright brothers achieved this feat just 69 days later. Number 3. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln was part of a broader conspiracy involving the planned assassinations of Secretary of State William H. Seward and Vice President Andrew Johnson. Seward survived a stabbing in his home, but Johnson's would-be assassin lost his nerve and never attempted the assassination. Number 4. Samsung has the capability to remotely disable its TVs equipped with a television block function. When connecting to the internet, the TV cross-references its serial code with Samsung servers and ceases functionality if there's a match. Samsung employs this feature to prevent cargo theft and unauthorized retail. Number 5. During the Civil War, former U.S. President John Tyler supported the Confederacy and won election to the Confederate House of Representatives. However, he passed away in 1862 before assuming office. Despite his request for a simple burial, the Confederate flag draped his coffin at his burial. Number 6. Murphy, a disabled bald eagle, gained fame after attempting to hatch a rock. In 2023, the caretakers of his sanctuary replaced the rock with an orphaned eaglet, enabling Murphy to finally become a real parent. Number 7. When former Auschwitz commander Rudolf Hess was accused at his trial of murdering 3.5 million people, he replied, no, only 2.5 million, the rest died from disease and starvation. Number 8. A bartender in England told Jimi Hendrix and his band they weren't welcome upon entering, saying, sorry mates, we can't serve your sword in here. Hendrix thought it was because of his race, but in reality, the bartender mistook them for circus clowns. Number 9. In 1945, 2 years before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, the Boston Red Sox held a sham tryout for him and other black players. Red Sox management shouted racial slurs from the stands and humiliated the players. The Red Sox would eventually be the last MLB team to racially integrate. Number 10. Babe Ruth constantly cheated on his wives during his baseball career. One night in Chicago, a detective that the New York Yankees hired to follow him reported that Ruth had been with 6 women. Another player said that he was not Ruth's roommate while traveling by room with his suitcase. Number 11. Batman was created almost at the same time as the Black Bat, a pulp fiction hero so similar that the publishers considered suing each other. They eventually found an agreement the Black Bat wouldn't appear in comics, and in exchange, Batman wouldn't appear in pulp magazines. Number 12. Actor Robin Williams was known for trash-talking teenagers on Call of Duty Online and famously referred to the series as cyber cocaine. Number 13. The executioner at the Nuremberg trials lied to the U.S. military about his prior experience. He botched several hangings before Nuremberg. The Nuremberg criminals had their faces battered against the too small trapdoor, and they were hung from short ropes, causing many to take over 10 minutes to die. Number 14. When New Coke was released, Pepsi gave their employees the day off and ran full-page newspaper ads to declare victory in the Cola Wars. Number 15. GPS, despite being free for global use, costs around $2 million a day to operate and maintain. This budget covers satellite launches and system upkeep, funded through American tax revenue. Number 16. The world's first transplanted penis was reversed 2 weeks later because the recipient and his wife had such a severe psychological problem with it. Number 17. In 1996, a man named Grand Krop from Sweden rode his bicycle to Nepal, climbed Mount Everest alone without Sherpas or bottled oxygen, then cycled back to Sweden again. Number 18. Vincent van Gogh was so in love with his widowed cousin that he held his hand in the flame of a lamp in front of his uncle, saying, "Let me see her for as long as I can keep my hand in the flame." Number 19. Until 1973, it was legal in Texas for a husband to kill someone caught having sex with his wife, provided that the killing takes place before the parties to do the act have separated. Number 20. In 2023, a patient in Denver legally sought euthanasia. Upon being provided with a deadly concoction in liquid form to be consumed, the patient's 37-year-old friend took a sip when his friend complained that it was bitter, nearly resulting in his own death as well. Number 21. In the early 1960s, the U.S. Coast Guard received letters from the public demanding to know why. The castaways on the TV show Gilligan's Island had not yet been rescued. Number 22. Korean serial killer Kim Sunja laced her friend's tea with cyanide, causing her to vomit. She then encouraged her friend to drink more of the beverage, claiming it would make her feel better. However, her friend became suspicious and refused, making her the only known survivor among the 6 victims Kim poisoned between 1986 and 1988. Number 23. During World War II, the US and Canada invaded a Japanese-held Alaskan island with more than 35,000 men. After suffering more than 300 casualties and nearly sinking the destroyer USS Abner Reed due to traps, mines, and friendly fire, they discovered that there were no Japanese on the island. Number 24. During a rap beef, Jay-Z wrote a diss song against Nas, describing him as having an affair with Nas' girlfriend. Jay-Z's mom was disgusted with her son's behavior and insisted that he apologize to Nas and his family. Number 25. Calvin Graham holds the distinction of being the youngest American to serve in World War II, enlisting at the age of 12 in the U.S. Navy. He participated in combat at Guadalcanal and received 8 medals, which were later revoked when his true age was revealed by his mother upon seeing him in a newsreel. Number 26. Toyohiro Akiyama made history as the first Japanese individual sent to space, dubbed the space anti-hero. Akiyama lacked formal training as an astronaut, scientist, or engineer. During his time in space, he famously yearned for cigarettes. Number 27. Trains utilize sand tanks and tubes to disperse sand under each wheel, improving friction for more efficient acceleration, particularly on steep inclines or slippery tracks. Number 28. Yellowstone National Park sits atop a caldera, a type of volcano capable of cataclysmic eruptions that cause surrounding land to collapse into the resulting crater, though its appearance belies its volcanic origins, resembling a flat landscape rather than a typical shield volcano. Number 29. During Amazon's early days, Jeff Bezos implemented the 2-pizza rule, requiring internal teams to be small enough to be fed with 2 pizzas. This aimed to minimize time spent on management and communication, allowing teams to focus on tasks more efficiently. Number 30. In 1957, singer Little Richard enrolled at Oakwood College for ministry studies and urged students not to listen to his devil music, offering to repurchase his records at a higher price to burn them in a bonfire. Number 31. Deep within the Earth's core lie 2 colossal formations known as large, low-velocity provinces, believed to be remnants of an ancient planet that collided with Earth billions of years ago. Number 32. LD Island harbored the last remaining population of great auks, which were very sought after by museums for preservation. The species met its tragic end in 1844 when the last pair was strangled, and the final egg was destroyed during the struggle for collection. Number 33. Ben Franklin, although a slave owner for a considerable part of his life, experienced a shift in perspective after accompanying a friend to a school for Black children. He acknowledged that African ignorance stemmed not from inherent nature but from a lack of education, the institution of slavery, and adverse environments. Franklin even advocated before Congress for the abolition of slavery. Number 34. In 2017, a 6-year-old girl utilized Amazon Alexa to order a $160 dollhouse along with 4 pounds of cookies. Following a news report by a San Diego TV station on this incident, the phrase "Alexa ordered me a dollhouse" triggered Alexa devices across the city, prompting attempted dollhouse purchases. Number 35. Doc Holliday, renowned as a Wild West gambler and gunslinger, harbored the belief that he would meet his end in a shootout with his boots on. However, fate had a different plan, as he succumbed to tuberculosis in a hospital bed. In his final moments, he humorously remarked on his bare feet, expressing, "This is funny," before passing away. Number 36. John Bentinck, the 5th Duke of Portland, lived an extremely reclusive life. For 2 decades, only a single servant had sight of him. Not even his physician had access. He constructed a labyrinth of tunnels spanning 15 miles beneath his estate, featuring an expansive ballroom that never hosted any dances. Every space within his mansion and the underground tunnels was coated in pink paint. Number 37. All polar bears encountered in Iceland are promptly shot. As non-native inhabitants, they pose a significant risk due to hunger, resulting from drifting over from Greenland on ice floes. The logistical challenges and costs involved make it impractical to relocate them back to their native habitat. Number 38. New York City faces a staggering accumulation of unpaid parking tickets and speeding fines, amounting to over $1 billion. Number 39. The Beatles' final commercial concert was marred by disappointing ticket sales, leaving approximately 7,000 tickets unsold and resulting in financial losses for the production company. Number 40. While on the set of Jaws, Spielberg invited George Lucas to view the still-in-development mechanical shark. In a playful moment, Lucas placed his head inside its mouth, only to find himself trapped when Spielberg closed it shut. They snuck out of the workshop, thinking they broke the contract, after eventually freeing him. Number 41. Spike Lee engaged in negotiations with a Brazilian drug lord to secure permission to film Michael Jackson's 1996 music video, They Don't Care. About us in a Rio de Janeiro slum, the drug kingpin famously responded, "With Michael Jackson here, this will be the safest place in the world." Number 42. In 1963, a school teacher in the USA underwent a kidney transplant from a chimpanzee donor. The teacher survived for 9 months, and upon autopsy, the chimp kidneys appeared perfectly healthy without any signs of rejection. Number 43. Jerry Seinfeld declined an offer of $5 million per episode, equivalent to almost $10 million in today's currency, to produce a 10th season of Seinfeld. Number 44. A. Milne ceased writing Winnie the Pooh books, partly due to concerns about the fame it brought his son, Christopher Robin Milne. They later became estranged because his son resented the books and the fame they brought him. Number 45. Royal Caribbean's Labadee, a private beach resort in Haiti, effectively isolates itself from the rest of the country with a 30-foot wall and armed guards on each side. Tourists arrive at a port linked to the resort and typically remain within its confines. Number 46. The shaggy defense refers to a legal strategy in which a person denies an accusation with the simple defense of "it wasn't me," despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Number 47. The Hollywood Walk of Fame has never removed a star, with each star placement being deemed a registered historic landmark. Number 48. Bobby Driscoll, the voice of Disney's Peter Pan, lost his film contract due to acne related to puberty. He subsequently turned to drugs, went to prison, hung out with Andy Warhol, and died penniless and alone in an abandoned building in the East Village. Number 49. When Prince changed his name to a symbol, Warner Brothers distributed floppy disks to major news outlets, containing the digital representation of the symbol. Number 50. The CPR doll is modeled after a real person named L'inconnue de la Seine, who drowned in a river near Paris. She has come to be known as the most kissed face in the world. And that's a wrap on 50 useless but totally awesome facts. I hope at least one of these blew your mind. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more weird and wonderful facts every week. Got a favorite fact on the list? Or maybe you have a random fact of your own. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay awesome, stay curious, and keep learning.